How does a little monster with a mischievous grin go from a sketch in a notebook to a global phenomenon that people wait in line for hours to own? This is the complete story of the Labubu doll and the artist who brought it to life. It's a furry, elf-like creature with long ears, wide eyes, and a smile full of 9 sharp teeth. Part cute, part creepy, it's become one of the most desired collectibles on the planet.
Its popularity has absolutely exploded, driving the revenue of its parent company, POP MART, into the billions.
But the story of Labubu doesn't start in a boardroom. It begins in the quiet imagination of one artist.
The creator of Labubu is Kasing Lung, an artist born in Hong Kong in 1972 who moved to the Netherlands. A teacher gave him illustrated books filled with European folklore, elves, spirits, and Nordic myths. With no video games or computers, Lung's childhood world was built on paper. He spent his days drawing. After art school, he became a children's book illustrator and won a major European picture book prize. But he felt his characters were destined for more than the printed page, and he wanted to bring them into 3D. In 2010, Kasing began moving from illustrator to toy designer, collaborating with How to Work. By 2015, he introduced The Monsters, a series of fantastical beings, with Labubu as the central figure. Labubu had personality, kind-hearted, always trying to help, but often messing things up. In many ways, Labubu was an extension of Lung. Some things I wanted to do but didn't dare to do, I let Labubu do. The world of the monsters expanded to us. Zimomo, Taikoko, and a quirky cast that built a niche following. The turning point came in 2019, when Kasing signed an exclusive licensing deal with POP MART.
POP MART mastered the blind box, Rafgans, sealed packages that turned buying a toy into a gamble. The blind box taps the thrill of the chase and the collector's desire to complete a set. When POP MART applied blind boxes to the monsters, sales records for art toys were shattered.
In 2023, POP MART released plush Labubu keychains bros, the exciting Macaron series bros, turning toys into fashion. Suddenly, Labubu wasn't just on a shelf quill. It became a fashion accessory, clipped onto bags worldwide. In April 2024, a major pop culture post featuring Labubu drove global demand. The viral effect exploded interest overnight. Fans queued for hours, sometimes overnight, with chaos breaking out over limited stock. Celebrities from Rihanna to Beckham were photographed with Labubu, making it a status symbol. A $15 doll could resell for hundreds. Rare editions fetched thousands. In June 2025, a life-sized mint green Labubu sold for $170,000 at auction. Online fan communities flourished, trading, dressing Labubus, and sharing creative hauls. For many, it's more than collecting phrase. It's creativity, connection, and self-expression. Not everyone loves it. Some find Labubu's sharp teeth and grin unsettling. With popularity came counterfeits. Labubu flooded the market and caused real problems. Counterfeits can break and create choking hazards, and authorities have issued urgent warnings. An authentic Labubu has 9 teeth. Different teeth count is a common fake signal. So what made this little monster a cultural force? It begins with the design. Kasing Lung's blend of innocence and darkness produced an instantly recognizable, emotional design. Second, the blind box model created an addictive collecting experience and urgency. Third, celebrity endorsements to Creo, especially a famous figure, Suno, acted as a massive amplifier. Wearing Labubu became a way to inject personality into fashion. Action, a playful status symbol.
Beyond hype, there's emotional connection. For many, the dolls are comfort and childhood nostalgia. Of course, some dislike the look. And with success came a darker side, fakes and danger. US and UK regulators warned about counterfeit Labubus containing unsafe materials. Counterfeits sometimes use unsafe plastics and adhesives, a real safety concern. Collectors learn to check authenticity, 9 teeth, correct tags, official seals. For fans, Labubu is creativity and community, and you're crafting, not just a product. From a sketch in a notebook to a global craze, the path was unlikely, but inevitable. Kasing didn't only create a toy, just a toy. He created a world that others wanted to join. The design details, texture, expression, and tiny quirks made Labubu lovable and collectible. POP MART's scarcity-driven drops and special variants turned collectors into repeat buyers. Unboxing videos and social sharing fueled the frenzy, turning purchases into social events. And communities rose around the hobby, meetups, trads, and fan-made customizations. And collaborations and merch turned Labubu into a broader lifestyle brand. POP MART scaled globally, bringing designer toys into mainstream retail.
The craze spread from Asia to Europe and the Americas, creating global fan hubs.
Limited editions and artist-signed pieces became the most coveted trophies. But with commercial success came responsibility, safety, authenticity, and ethics. Manufacturers, platforms, and regulators scrambled to remove fakes and protect buyers. For Lung, the fan stories matter. For people finding comfort, joy, and community in his creations. The dolls offer an escape, Chloe Jean, a reminder of simpler, imaginative times. Labubu inspires creativity, fan art, custom costumes, and tiny handcrafted stages. The brand also had to respond forest, investing in safety, authentication, and community education. From street fashion to red carpets, Labubu became a cultural touchstone. The sales surges and market dynamics show how culture and commerce intertwined here. He once said, "Some things I wanted to do but didn't dare to do, I let Labubu do."
Kasing's humble roots, curiosity, drawing, and imagination powered this global project.
For many fans, Labubu is identity, comfort, and a shared story worth collecting. Yet the phenomenon isn't without controversy. Safety warnings and counterfeit risks are real.
Authorities in the UK and US seized thousands of counterfeits and issued safety alerts.
Learn to spot fakes, official tag, correct teeth count, proper packaging, and licensed sellers.
The secondary market remains intense, Resale prices reflect demand and rarity.
Collaborations expanded Labubu into music, fashion, and designer partnerships.
Why did a quirky toy become so powerful? Because it connects to something human and simple. Its design, game mechanics, celebrity culture, and emotional resonance to gold, all combined. So what's your take? Cute, creepy, or a work of art? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more deep dives into the icons of pop culture. From a lonely boy's sketches to a global cultural icon, Labubu proves even monsters can become beloved.